Hello everybody, this is Purge. I'm bringing you guys a couple cool patch updates. As you can see here, I do have the webpage open for the new blog, so I'm just going to go over this very quick. I have already made a Bane game, so I'm going to be uploading that one soon. It was okay. My early game was pretty shitty, but mid-game was decent demonstration of the skills. Anyways, Bane has been added. He was in the test client the last week, but now he's officially in the game. So that's pretty cool. We can look at the changelog here. Gonna hit some hyperlinks. Looks great. Alright, so I'm just going to do this a little bit more in the future, just to go over a couple patch updates so you guys can get my opinions and just general feedback, and that way you guys don't have to read the data mine and like have to worry about all this random crap. If you're not that familiar with Dota 2 itself, this is generally a little bit going to be probably easier for you guys to get a little bit of information. This way I can interact with you guys a little bit better and give you a couple more updates what's going on with the Dota stuff that I'm doing right now. So, alright, I hope you can read this. I am in max resolution. You know, I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger here. I think this is going to be good for you guys. So this is like granny size. Zoom in, but that's okay. Alright, added Bane. We have co-op matchmaking versus bots. That's pretty awesome. Bug with illusions getting a kill. Charge of darkness. Whatever. It's some bug. Bug. Outworld destroyers in captain's mode. That's pretty cool. We might see him get played. I think it's possible. Pro teams. I don't think we're going to probably see it in the finals to the defense, but after that, we might even see the tournament version go live, or the latest version go live instead of the tournament version. And I think we could see Outworld Destroyer get played. As you guys have seen from my gameplays, especially the one on Dota Cinema, he does a shitload of damage if you let him get farmed. Like, a shitload of damage. A shitload of damage. He is a glass cannon, though. He's pretty easy to gank. He's not like Sniper, I guess, in a sense, because at least he has Astral Imprisonment, but he is pretty easy to kill. So, for him to fit in a lineup well, I don't think he could do it right now because there is so much smoke ganking with Enchantresses, Chens, and other support heroes at level 1 or level 2 or level 3 or something. So I think his likelihood of getting ganked is pretty good. And if you get ganked too much, he's not a very good hard carry. That's one of the benefits of anti-mages. He's not only good at farming, but he's also very hard to kill. So, alright, restored blink double click behavior, must have been a bug or something. And then we have a curve speed burst canceling transfer items. That's pretty cool. That was a very annoying bug. Alright, there's a couple UI things. I haven't quite read through all these like super detailed, but doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm just gonna assume most of these are just bugs pretty much. Maximum number of people in a chat channel. Visual effects. There's not a whole lot of patches. That's the thing. This week's patch was pretty meh. It's fine. I mean, there's a new hero, that's cool. And I know they're working on new heroes, so I guess in that sense, don't worry about it. And we knew this stuff was all coming. Bane was going to be added. He was on the test server last week and things like that. Alright, so that's pretty basic. So, nothing really fantastic there. The real thing that I wanted to go over, guys, is a Cyborg Matt's blog. So, if you guys don't know where this is, here's the URL. You should be able to see this now. So, it's cyborgmatt.com. So, if we go to that for just a second, let me just copy this, and we'll go to cyborgmatt.com if you guys want to see and keep up to his blog. So yeah, so this is it. This is his Dota 2 blog. He basically data mines through all of the code when the new patches come out, and he looks for new strings and things like that. It's pretty interesting. He does a very good job giving us heads up about what's happening. So we're going to scroll down. So he basically takes the patch, the stuff I just showed you, and shows you all the secret stuff that nobody knows about until somebody notices and makes a post. So he's actually doing a very good service. So Queen of Pain, new model. She looks creepy and has wings now. Roshan's icons look fucking amazing. Like, dude. So good. Those look so good. There's an unpause countdown, which is awesome. I hate people pausing during team fights and stuff. Very frustrating. Combat chat log is working. There's some idled injured animations. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on these just because you guys can go to the blog here and look at them. I love the spider's injured animation. It looks really good. Like one of her legs just gimped. It's cool. See, this is some of the stuff that I never even imagined Dota 2 would have. Like, if they would have just taken Dota 1 and made it into the Dota 2 engine and added all the heroes, I would have been like, cool. This game is the same game I always love. But when they go and take the time to do shit like this, I'm like, what? I was already going to buy this game and you're making it better? Like, I just can't believe it. Every time they do stuff like that. Make all the icons beautiful, make the minimap really, really easy to do. All the hotkey changes, like all these extra things that nobody thought about, that Valve thought about, and makes the game look awesome. Like injured animations, man. Just to add a little bit of flavor to the game. Just stuff like that will make a big difference towards making people like a little bit more. Bane looking creepy as hell. It's a spawning in animation. Range creep. looking cute. I just noticed when I looked at this before, the little spinning orb on the top of his staff. I didn't notice that before. All right, there's some back-end change. This is where the real magic happens on Cyborg Matt's blog. Looks like there is confirmation they're working on Treant Protector. This doesn't mean he's going to be out next week. This just means that they're working on him. Shadow Demon's ability strings have been updated. If you guys don't know what a string is, it's a programming term. It's basically like a variable, kind of, I think. I'm sorry, God, I should know this. I used to do programming. String is kind of like a variable. It's basically like a, yeah, this is a tooltip ability, Shadow Shaman, Shadow Demon Disruption. It's like a variable, pretty much. XP graph as well as gold graph for spectators. That's cool. Oh, XP. Oh, that's interesting. An XP graph. I didn't realize that. That's awesome. So we can look at the differences in experience, which do actually impact games. And I actually really like the gold graph change as well. I mean, that's something in Dota 1 that nobody ever talked about when casting, because it wasn't something you could really look at. You could look at their heroes and say, like, oh yeah, they have way more farm, but you couldn't actually look at the numbers. And especially in the early game, this is much harder to tell. Like, you can say, oh, they have a 1,000 gold advantage from farming. Like, those are things that you can get insight from, just from having Dota 2 have those really cool features. So I'm really, really happy about that. So XP graph updates. We have finding team, match time, some more string things, and some more updates to random stuff. Hero selection screen filters. There's gonna be a Dota server for Brazil. I know Dami's gonna be happy about that one. That's gonna be cool. That is my Skype. I fail, guys. I'm so sorry. Blame Marcoon. That one was Marcoon's fault, guys. That's totally Marcoon's fault. Okay. Workshop settings. I think that's about it. And finally, custom courier. This is Stumpy, guys. This is a courier. I was so excited when I read this. I was like, holy crap, it looks awesome. This is a stump with a chest. Are you guys ready for the walk animation? Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna get Stumpy every time. I love how the chest is like bouncing. It's like doing this little thing. That is so cool. Man, I'll be doing such a good job. And this is when he dies. It's pretty cool. That's really good. And there's the flying one. This doesn't have any animations yet, but they're just gonna throw wings on every courier. I like that though. I like that it's going from a small animal to an upgraded flying animal. It's not just like in Dota 1, for example. Yeah, you've got a chicken and you have a penguin, but you don't have a flying chicken, you don't have a flying penguin, because they'd use Warcraft 3 models, so they would have to make flying things basically. So like there was a frost worm and like the goblin zeppelin and the snow owl and the yeah, I already said frost worm. Viper was a flying model, but you couldn't do like flying pudge or something like that, you know. So I like that it's just like adding wings. It keeps the same cool themes, so the regular couriers that you love can then be flying. I think that's really cool. Because personally, I think all the small couriers were generally better. There's like mini techies and mini pudge in Dota 1, so that's pretty cool. There's new voice work. These are rival lines for the heroes. Let's go. I haven't actually clicked on these yet. Let's see if it works. Damn, dude.
Thanks.
This guy puts a lot.
I'm under attack.
There's like so much work.
Oh, thanks a lot. Did I put a hole in your hull? When I tell you to jump, I say how high. Sorry, I thought you liked to jump.
Alright, cool. So, I'm not going to list all those right now, but you guys can go check them out. Alright, in-game store updates, there is a backpack. This is making me think more and more that the game's going to be free-to-play. That's pretty much everybody's assumptions at this point. Well, free-to-play with pay-to-play mechanics. So, like, for example, you could say... let me see if I can get this image nice. I can. Alright, so let's look at this quick. I haven't looked at this before, by the way. So this is a in-game screenshot of the server for him. Apparently, can scroll. Okay, alright, I see how it did. It just like brought up an image on the website. So, alright, so this is him logged into the test server, something like that. No problem. So this is a Dota backpack. This is an updates backpack. So I don't know what I don't know what's going to be here. But there's going to be something. So I don't know if it's going to be costumes, things like that. Probably. You can buy costumes for your characters so that it doesn't affect in-game, but it does look different. So your Axe would have an armor, or he would have maybe like a fairy dress or something silly like that. People are a little contested about this because generally they don't want to... Like, for example, if I was casting a pro-level game for a big tournament, would I necessarily want to have Navi troll us and all have like their fairy princess outfits on all their heroes. I feel like early on this is something that I wouldn't want to do, because when people are all still learning the heroes, this is going to be a problem. But later on, maybe like 6 months, a year into the game's release, that's something that would add some flavor. So I think it's important that they might have an option to make sure that it isn't viewable. But until then, I think everything's probably cool. After that point, after 6 months to a year, I would probably turn off that filter and allow any casts I do to be just regular heroes. So, but that's cool. That's probably what the backpack item stuff is going to be. I think it's pretty important that they make it semi-free to play at least, so that I can compete more with League of Legends. But all right, let's back out of that. And Stumpy, man, you're awesome. All right, and then we got another one. Damn, dude. What is this? Publish your file. I don't know if this is going to be honk. I have no idea what this is going to be for, to be honest. Legal agreement. I don't know if this is similar to what they do in Team Fortress 2. I haven't actually played Team Fortress 2, but I know that there was ways to like add mods and like add custom hats and things. And then, for example, Team Fortress 2 sold hats, so your heroes could equip these hats, and that would give the game money and the developers money. And then you could have some like Pokemon hat or something. You could look like Ash Ketchum while you're slaying people, and you could pay money for that. So if somebody makes their own, Valve says, okay, cool, you did a great job. You can sell this on the market. We'll give you a portion of the profits. So I'm assuming that's what this is going to be like. Someone could say like, fuck yes, I'm going to make Axe's fairy dragon dress, or fairy dress. Like, and if people like it, they can sell it, and that's legal agreements, publishing, and then Valve gets like 5% of the revenue, or maybe, I don't know how much they get. Maybe they get all, because Valve is awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. If somebody makes it, maybe they'll get it all. Who knows? But stuff like that is going to be really cool. So I believe there were only 3 settings according to what this... Oops. I didn't actually want to look at that. Can I go back? Alright, let's scroll all the way down. I messed it up. Alright, here we are. Right about... I went too far. There we go. Or am I in the wrong patch? Oh, I see. Forward. My bad. Sorry, guys. Alright, there I was. Alright, so... It has a lot more heroes. It used to just list Juggernaut and Nature's Prophet. So apparently the screen was up before. I didn't notice though. I didn't read his page that in depth. We have Chaos Knight, some new images, hilarious stuff here. Oops, this needs to get bigger. There we go. Chaos Bolt. This isn't the actual. If you guys are curious, these are just like comedy icons that they set temporarily while they test the heroes. Reality Rift with a bunch of hallucinations, as well as a rabbit. I don't know if that's supposed to be like Alice in Wonderland or something, but the Phantasm. The end is near. He's got a Dota 2 copy. Chaos Strike and Chaos Bolt. It's hilarious. They made a lot of really cool stuff. So this is a Lone Druid texture. If you guys don't know what these are, this is basically any texture in any video game ever. There's these little square things, and what happens is you have this little file on your computer in all of your game loadouts, and then when you have a hero, it's like there's metrics that basically take areas, like this is obviously fur for the bear fur or whatever, and then this is all like set up to apply to a certain region of the model. So they'll have a model which will be like the 3D limits of it. So for example, if you modeled just my body, I would have no hair, I would have no skin tones, I would just be a 3D image. And then the textures would be my skin, my facial hair, my hair itself, the color of my skin, stuff like that. That's all what a texture is pretty much. I think yeah, this is just updates to normal stuff. There's no colors quite yet, but normally there are colors added. So this stuff you can kind of get to see what things look like. Here's a one with color. This is going to be Meepo apparently. This is Meepo being worked on, but this is a very, very early. Apparently there's no ability strings or anything, so that means that he does have a period of time before he'll come out, probably a couple weeks at least. So, but there he is, Meepo, kind of looking weird, but like a little gremlin dude. Maybe some flowers in his hair. Alright, weapon texture, he may have a spade once again. Spade is a shovel basically, it's like a shovel used for digging. And Meepo in Dota 1 did use the spade to attack, or at least the Warcraft 3 model did. So Ogre Magi is the next pickup. Fuck yes, Ogre Magi! Sorry for swearing, but damn dude, I've been waiting for Ogre Magi forever. He is so fun. He's like another, well, alright, some players, some people, a lot of people would disagree with me. I think Ogre Magi is an awesome support. He can actually roam. Something I encountered last night, I was trying to, there's just like not. So, for example, in high-level play, when you talk about roaming and things like that, there's not a ton of heroes that can do it effectively. Heroes that don't need farm and can still contribute by like not getting EXP sometimes and not getting farm. Ogre Magi is one of those that can actually roam and support and not get a lot of farm, and everything's great. The only thing he needs to get up is his mana pool. Once his mana pool is up, he is set. Like a wand, arcane boots, no problem at all. Ogre Magi is happy. The reason for this is at level 1 he can get a stun, at level 2 he can get a slow. So at level 2 you can gank very well. And we will see teams picking him up. I can guarantee you, teams will pick up Ogre Magi. It's probably not going to be all the time, but they will pick him up. He's got a stun at level 1, he's got a slow at level 2, he has a very high strength gain, I think one of the highest in the game, top 3 I think, number 2 I think. I think he's number 2, he's number 2 or number 3, I think he's number 3. Third highest strength gain in the game, that means late game, he has crap loads of HP even though he's an intelligence hero. And yeah, he doesn't have a ton of viability past like a certain part in the game. He does have Bloodlust, which helps your hard carries translate a little bit faster. We'll probably see Ogre Magi face this Void lineups, I think, because Bloodlust on him is good. Bloodlust gives you movement speed and attack speed. It won't be called Bloodlust, I'm sure, because that's probably a Warcraft 3 coin term, but anyways, Ogre Magi, excited about him. I will play him a lot. He's actually really fun, especially if you like solo mid, go bottle and get a Blink Dagger really fast. It's really cool. So you can like blink and drop Fire Blast and it does like shitloads of damage if you multicast. It's really cool. Alright, Treant Protector also being worked on. So this is some texture work, kind of the same stuff as these things. It's just not as grouped up. Usually what you want to do is kind of meld these all together as you saw in the Lone Druid one, because it saves space and data. So for example, this is like a lot of his entire body. There's his face, obviously this is like patches of his fur. I don't know if this is part of his feet or ears or something. I don't know. It's hard to say, but it's pretty weird stuff to look at, that's for sure. But they'll probably have to try to mix these together. Here's his torso. They'll probably squeeze in extra things on the outside of the square, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Hands, legs, whatever. Foliage, there we go. Leaves. Isn't it beautiful? I'm sure they'll work on these in the future. These don't look too amazing right now, but as you can tell, that's very, very very early. This one looks really good. The legs look very good, but hands look pretty good as well. I'm not sure. I don't have enough a judge. I'm probably saying stupid stuff. So, particles update. I don't know if this is just like spawn animations or what. I haven't actually seen these before. I don't know what program this is. Don't know. Some particle or some program. So you can see particle effects. This is these are both Lone Druid. I bet this is for summon and stuff like that. You can send your bear back to you. Lycanthrope has some particle effects. I don't know what explosions that Lycan makes. Maybe this is Howl. Maybe this is him transforming into a wolf. But we'll see. Apparently Lycan is getting very, very close. Shadow Demon getting some particle effects. I don't know which abilities these are, but could be lots of things. This looks like Disruption, at least in the Dota 1 version. I don't know if this is Chaos Rift or whatever. I don't remember what it's called. Soul Catcher. And this is... no idea. I don't know which ability of his this is. It looks really cool, though. I think this looks awesome. Maybe it's his ulti or something. And another ability that I'm not familiar with. Maybe this is the Soul Catcher show. Here's a Wisp confirmation that he's being worked on. There's some particles for him. He's kind of like a little ball of light anyway, so expecting it to look all like this. I don't know if these are the spirits or not, but... and that's it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, go check out Cyborg Matt's blog. I'm going to probably keep reviewing the patch stuff for the weeks coming, so he does awesome work for the community. Go check that out. He usually gets on Reddit, front page #1, every time that he makes a post, and he does a very good job. Like, I don't know how to data mine all that stuff. I don't have the technical knowledge, unfortunately. So, I think that's about it. Other cool stuff. Getting a new headset soon from Ghosty Gamers. That's gonna be awesome. I think it's aerodynamic, so that's pretty sweet. I'll show you. I'll make a video reviewing that when I get that, but it should be sometime in the next week. Then my Astro A30s are for travel only. Is what I'll use them for, probably. Which I appreciate them, but I've been wearing them a long time, and there are better headsets. So, the aerodynamic headset's much better. So, that is up. My website is going to be launching this week. But when I do make a video about that, I want you guys to check the shit out of it in the first couple days. So that would be nice. It'll help get it up there on Google searches and things like that. So that's pretty cool. Couple other cool announcements that I can't talk about, I guess. But you'll find out in a couple weeks, I guess. Should have lots of really cool things for me to do in the future. So, other than that, I feel like I had something else cool that I wanted to mention, but I cannot remember. Thanks for watching, I guess. If you guys want to watch me stream, like, for example, I'm expecting to get comments like, oh my god, Purge, I haven't seen what you look like before. I literally stream like 4 times a day with a webcam, so if you guys want to see more of this face, It's twitch.tv/ggnet-purge. I always have the links in my YouTube videos in the drop-down box below. Facebook link, Twitter links, stream links. If you guys want to watch me stream, go follow me on Twitter or Facebook, or favorite me on my stream. Those are your options. It's a really good way to find out what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, anytime I'm talking to you guys. And once again, thanks for watching. I do really appreciate you guys watching. This Dota is pretty much my full-time job now. I'm not making a full-time living quite yet, but I will once the volume goes up. So I really appreciate you guys watching. It really helps out, and I can live out my dream of sitting in my room every day and sleeping in, which is great. I love sleeping in. It's wonderful. So in the future, hopefully, can cast some LAN tournaments and things like that. I guess I could talk about the international a little bit, but I'll probably keep it short. I'm going to go to the next international. I'm not casting it. I haven't been offered to cast it. I don't know if I will be, but I'm hoping. I'm hoping what the format will be. Toby's obviously the biggest caster, and I think he's definitely very right for the job of showcasing the game to people who haven't played it before. But what I'm hoping will happen is at some point he'll take a break, and then me and Luminous might be able to cast. That's what I'm hoping. I haven't talked to Valve. I'm not trying to like posture anything here, but I'm hoping that'll be the case, because I would be sad if I didn't get to cast any of the games at the international, which is my problem. It's not Valve's problem, but hopefully, maybe at some point there will be like a poll or something, or maybe you guys can send image or messages to Valve or something, but now is not the time for that. We'll just wait to see how things go. I know that people are talking to Valve about it, so hopefully that can be the situation in the future. So I'm going to be there for sure. If you guys want to go, it's going to be in Seattle. I think it's going to be in August, September, somewhere there. I don't know if there are exact dates yet. It might be at PAX East or PAX West, but that's not confirmed yet. So it's about the same time. So it might be at PAX West. Possibly, I think is a good. I think that would be smart. Usually people do tournaments like that at conventions to get more viewer base up, but I think that's about it. I think I'm done talking. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna do these more regularly, and yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.